YouTube people, glad you showed up. All right, what do we got for this video? For those people who want to talk about living in the private, okay, here is definitely one of the better guides to doing just that. And the title of this one is, it's actually Living in the Private. This is not my website, so I'm giving them homage. But it's livingintheprivate.blogspot.com. And basically just to kind of go through, once you get here, it'll say educate yourself, ask yourself questions, verify everything. Couldn't agree more. All right, so dead or alive, start talking about where you stand, crossing the line, your public trust, public servants, peace officers. So everything you need to know about cops, your other officials, right here. It's going to give you the breakdown. Okay. Next up, your sovereignty. So when people are out there asking me, where do I start? This is a great little blog here to get all that information. Um, you know, okay, so here, when the next section here, your sovereignty, when you are born, your living identity, with the autograph, um, unalienable rights, community powers. Okay, next section, your consent. This is huge. Okay, a person has no body because a person is an artificial corporation or entity, dead, in fact. Um, the parts of a contract. All right, null and void contracts. Um, rebut the presumption, the power of words. These are all things you guys have to know. Most of this I already know. Some of this I haven't made videos on. I will. But for those people who want to jump ahead, go ahead and check this out. Your credit. Okay, I know I don't really go into that, but this is also good information. Eventually I will do a little bit, nothing major because it's not my forte. It's pretty easy peasy. You can just Google it and it'll come up. But this will tell you about your funded loan, how you funded your own loan, and how that's fraud. Okay, because they didn't tell you. Um, the burden of proof always lies on the person making the complaint. All right, so keep that in mind. Um, conditional acceptance. Yes, sure, I'll go to court, but on this condition, I'll accept. If these conditions aren't met, then we can't really do anything. Noticing presentments and driving is commerce. Okay, remember I told you that. This also has information to back that up. The courts, law, the actual law versus statutes, two different things. Administrative courts, jurisdiction is key. That's what I've been telling you guys. Declining to appear, and strategies for court. So everything you guys really need to know. This is what's going to broaden all of your horizons. So when people keep asking, where do I start? How do I, yeah, I'm privileged that you guys, found me, and I'm not going to steer you wrong. Here's where you go. Get this information. Once you get it, read it, absorb it, then research it. Find the laws backing everything. The stuff I tell you and the stuff they tell you. Supreme Court, Supreme Court, Supreme Court. Okay? It doesn't matter what your officer says or that judge says. If this is the way the Supreme Court has ruled, this is what is fact. This is what is fact in law. Okay? Be like me. Be an attorney in fact. Okay? So, these are a lot of maxims. So, all men are created equal as far as natural law is concerned. Your right to contract or not contract. Okay? But the big thing here, I want to skip down to this section, okay? The origin of all legal jurisdictions over you, okay? Let's see here, where is that? Okay, is your consent, okay? All statutes, codes, regulations, rules, and so-called laws are commercial contracts written by your government that require you to fully be informed and provide consent. Any state document requiring a signature is a contract, okay, by your consent. If you do not consent to a statutory contract, it is not enforceable on you. Any attempt to make you consent against your will is coercion. Okay. Any threat to make you sign, like when the officer is like, because I like to go, do I have a choice to sign this? Yes or no? If they're like, well, you have to sign it. No, I don't. So are you asking me or are you forcing me? Are you demanding me by force, by you having a gun to do this, to sign this? Yes. Okay. That's coercion. If I have the right to not sign that or not agree to do something, then I don't have to. If you make me do it, then it's by force. Okay? So if they're going to threaten you by force, just go ahead and sign it, but then put UCC 1-308 or without prejudice or all rights reserved, any of those on there, and that means it's non-binding. Okay? Um, um, any threat to make you sign a contract or to obtain your property is duress for the purpose of extortion. Whether or not that property, such as money, is obtained, any legal person, actor, who attempts to compel you into joinder to legal artificial person, your all caps name, without full disclosure of any aspect of the information. So, child support people, keep that in mind. You probably didn't know that they were saying, oh, okay, we need this, all because you signed to have the test done. And then they did all these other things after that. That's fraud. That's coercion. That's illegal. They can't do it. But they do it because you don't know. You signed an agreement. That's one of the ways you fight it. Okay? Because they'll try to get you to say, well, you signed this in agreement that we were going to do these steps, but was it disclosed to you? They say that once you've signed it, you can't stop the process, that you have to move forward. Did they tell you they were going to take a sample? Did they tell you that now you have to pay if found, to be the father or mother or whatever? Okay, keep that in mind. They have to without full disclosure of any information that may influence your decision whether or not consent commits an act of crime. Okay, so next up, when acting in the role of an artificial person, you are contracting to give performance. Okay, but one of the problems with this is that for any contract to be solid, there has to be the actions that are done for the service. Okay, but they're just going after you for the fee for the service. What actions did they provide you with? Where was the benefit? Okay, if you didn't receive a benefit, then it's not a binding agreement because what part did they do? What service did they provide you? Okay. Um, things like status and standing. Okay. Fictional creatures of the state have status, whereas living men and women and with flesh and blood arms and legs standing. Okay. The artificial person has no standing. The entire concept of a fictional entity is an abstraction of the mind. Okay, it is an illusion that depends utterly upon your consent. Legal fictions are dead at law, and therefore it is unnatural for a living man or woman to join to a fiction. It is deadly corruption of life. Okay, so this website will put you guys on the page, on the map. Check it out. Once again, this is Google living in the private, and then I'm pretty sure this blog will pop up. Okay, or in general, you can just find some good information on that. So that's about it, guys. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Bell, like, subscribe. Check out the offers and the files and things below, and have a good one. Talk to you later. Don't forget to tell your friends and family. Stay healthy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Badwolf.